Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to coverage of the APA Poolplayer Championships. Today we have yet another final coming at you, one of 16 championship finals to be decided here in Las Vegas over the next week or so. Our coverage is brought to you by our friends at PoolDog.com, the presenting sponsor of all of our streaming coverage at this year's Poolplayer Championships. This morning we've got the blue tier of the 8-Ball Classic. I'm your host, Jason Bowman. I'm joined by the very lovely striking Viking, Ava Lawrence. Ava, it's going to be tough to top that match we saw last night in the doubles finals, the 9-ball doubles.
But the very end. Yeah.
We've got one of the most exciting 8-ball tiers, the one I really like, the lower skilled players, the blue tier, competing for $15,000 in cash and prizes. So I'm excited to see what we've got here this morning. Let's give you a quick breakdown of some of the rules real quick. Of course, APA rules apply here at the 8-Ball Classic. No coaching is allowed. This is singles play, so these players are on their own in the big Pool Dog Championship Arena Finals pit. We've got 5 different skill level tiers, and again, this is the blue tier we're seeing this morning here at 11 a.m., a little after 11 a.m. here Pacific time. Later today, we'll see the yellow tier, the red tier, orange tier, and purple tier. We'll be bringing you all of those final matches in their entirety as they happen, so stick around today. We've got a lot of pool to go for you. Looking at the skill level chart, we've got a 4 versus a 3 today, which means we're looking at a 3-2 race here in the finals. Before we meet our blue tier finalists, let's hear a word from our friends at PoolDog.com. Again, shout out to our friends at PoolDog.com, our presenting sponsors of this year's coverage of the U.S. Amateur Championship. Let's take a look at the finalists today in the blue tier. We've got from Minnesota, Tirana Givens, her opponent from the state of Florida, Veronica Spiro. They will be squaring off again for $15,000 in cash and prizes here in this early morning round here in Las Vegas. I guess not that early, Ava. It's almost sneaking up on noon hour, right? 11. Quarter after 11 here.
Well, so, it's after 2 o'clock for me, so not too bad. Coming from the East Coast.
And right off the bat, we've got Tirana Givens with the break. She did win the lag. Tirana skill level 3. She's going to need to win 2 games to take home the championship here.
Looks like she made a strike ball on the break. Not much to shoot at here. Well, I do believe she does have the 13 ball on the left side there. That's about the only shot she's got.
A lot of traffic out there on that table, Ava. I got used to last night seeing the 9-ball matches. And a lot of traffic out there on that Valley Dynamo.
Yeah, that's the thing. 8-ball's a great game on a 7-foot table, boy, because you really have to work it out. Well, I guess I was wrong with what you made there. Did she make one of each?
She's going to pocket that 5-ball.
All right, nice shot. As you can see, a 6-ball on the side. And this is the blue tier, which is skill level 2 and 3. But as you can see, during the tournament, Veronica Spiro has gone up to skill level 4.
Yeah, and she may have just gone up in the last round. I'm not 100%
I believe somebody
sure
said that, yeah.
And again, like you said, it's not uncommon when you've navigated it this far through the tournament bracket here at our national championships. It's not uncommon to move up a skill level here and there, especially if you were kind of on the cusp, right? A conversation here with the referee. I'm not sure what that was about. We'll get our first look at Veronica Spiro. Again, Veronica's from Florida. from Palm Harbor, Florida. I know Palm Harbor right there in the Tampa area. I'm guessing she probably plays out of Strokers, where we host our U.S. Amateur Championship. She pockets that 2-ball in the corner. I'm a little unclear because didn't Triana pocket the 5?
I'm confused at just what happened there. I don't think I guess we were paying enough attention.
Maybe she shot the wrong
I
ball.
think I thought she shot the wrong ball,
Okay.
but then there was a discussion, and I don't think she had time to shoot another
now,
one. Yeah,
so I'm deducting that's.
We apologize for not paying attention right off the bat. We're trying to get our papers in a row here.
Organized. So, all right, well.
All's well that continues, I guess.
Maybe we can get some clarification from that. Maybe I'll send Kevin down there to check on that.
Yeah, I'll give Kevin something to do. All right, so as you can see, 7-ball. And then she has the 1 is open. And the 4. It's an open table, but this is a toughie on this 1 ball. If she makes this 1, she should have a good shot at the 4, and the 8 is right there. No.
Oh. Yeah, so as we suspected, she did. She pocketed a stripe on the break, but then pocketed a solid on her second shot there. So.
Okay.
Easy to make some mistakes here, and when you get into the finals room, a little nervous, a little anxious. They are the first of 5 8-ball classic finals today, so they're leading things off here.
Not much to look at. Thinks you can at least hit this 1 ball. Thin, crazy thin cut. It's about the only thing she's going to have there. I don't think she can hit enough of it to bank it. So she's going to play a defensive shot. Smart. Lag that 1 for an easier shot later on and leave a long tester here for Tirana.
Triana is again out of Minnesota, the Minneapolis area. She's been playing pool for 10 years. Started by hanging out with her dad. So many folks introduced to the sport through a friend or a family member that asked them to come play APA. If you've got a friend or family member out there, now's a great time to get them involved. Fall session getting ready to kick off here in a couple of weeks across the country. Veronica's been playing 7 years as she drops that 1 ever so lightly in that corner pocket.
Yep, but you can see that there's a ball blocking that.
Trouble abounds.
Yeah.
There.
It'll be interesting to see if she's going to just go ahead and lag it into the end cushion and come back up. She's got to hit it harder than that, though, if it's going to get to the rail. That's going to produce ball in hand. No ball made contact to the rail. Nothing was pocketed, so that is ball in hand.
Triana said she felt elated to have come this far and really appreciates the opportunity to compete in a final of this magnitude here in Pool Dog Championship Arena. Some spectators filtering in, not quite as busy as it was last night. I suspect at some point today that'll change a little bit. Still a nice little turnout, though, for morning time.
It continued to grow yesterday, too, once people realized this is what's going on. Plus, there's a lot of morning matches started in the main tournament room.
And it's Vegas.
Mini Mania is up and running.
11 in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Only those of us playing pool and working her up. I'd say maybe, 40 people here in the room currently, 40, 50 people. If you're just joining us, this is the blue tier of the APA 8-Ball Classic. All part of the Poolplayer Championships happening here this week in Las Vegas.
Good speed there by Tirana. She made sure that she didn't hit it too firm where the cue ball came up and gave Veronica a shot. So in a perfect world now, Triana obviously has the advantage. She has more balls to make, but if she plays smart, she could go ahead and just kind of torture Veronica for a little while, which is part of the game of 8-ball. But still, obviously, Triana still has to make the balls. There's still 5 balls plus the 8-ball left on the table for her. So we'll see if Veronica, in the meantime, can come up with something. Again, Veronica has gone up to skill level 4. Triana is skill level 3. They have gone through this large field that we have. Still not as many players in the skill level 2-3 bracket as you would expect to see, considering that these guys are playing for 15,000 for first place. No different than your best players that we have in the league, our skill level 7s and our 6s and our 5s, 4s.
Yeah, it's a little baffling why more of the lower skilled don't. I mean, is it because of the singles board? Sometimes they got to play the higher skilled on the singles board.
That happens if there's not enough players.
Yeah.
But I think it's also because until they do once or twice, I think that a lot of the lower skill level players don't really feel that they are okay standing on their own 2 feet. Like they need the captain, or they need a coach or a team behind them. But once they realize they can, I see that in our league, they go, man, I can do this.
Yeah.
I don't need anybody, you know. So I think that it's going to start growing, especially now highlighting this in the format we have today. This year, for the first time, we're showing every single tier.
Sure.
Finals, which I think it's going to be great.
More relatable for folks that are
sure
on the lower end of the skill level spectrum, at least currently.
Smart play by Tirana. You don't have to come up with any magic shots. Anybody who, with any skill level, can just roll the ball somewhere and actually think ahead and go, where I can't make anything, where would my opponent not want to be? So she's blocked that pocket nicely. Oh, that is a good try. Nice try there.
Yeah.
But look at the opening now. This is very makeable for Triana. 15, 14, 8.
And these short races like this, you got to take advantage when you can.
Yeah, she only races to 2. Veronica has to win 3. This would put Triana on the hill if she managed to get these 3 balls in. If she hits a little bit of low, she's going to be able to come up. No, not enough. So now what do? We'll see if how much of it. She's shown some defense here. I don't think she's going to be winging at this and coming up with some tough bank shot or cut shot and have the cue ball traveled all over. I have a feeling she's going to play defensively. Yeah, not quite what she wanted to do.
All right.
That's not it.
Now for Veronica to get on the board.
Yeah, this 5 ball is obviously very makeable in the side pocket. And all she has to do is roll it in. And she's got a shot at the 8.
Veronica Spiro now shooting on the 8 ball here. Marking her pocket there.
I like the way she takes her time and does her pre-shot routine, gets down on the shot, and just like that.
Nice. Pocket set 8 in the corner. Veronica Spiro on the board first. We're now at a race to 2. Again, Veronica, skill level 4, needs 3 wins or 3 games before Triana gets 2. And now that she has that first one under her belt, we're pretty much at a 2-2
even race. Yeah, that could have gone either way there.
Yeah.
So far, you know, we did see some nerves in yesterday's 8-ball doubles.
9-ball, but yes.
I mean, 9-ball
yes.
doubles. It was a very nerve-wracking match. Both sides had fought the nerves a little bit.
Yeah.
And, made some uncharacteristic misses and scratches. And so far, these two, though, I haven't seen any any.
They look a lot calmer, yeah. The last night though was balanced. I felt like the mistakes they kind of
absolutely.
they kind of waited out.
Which resulted in a close match.
Yeah,
so
it was a great match. If you haven't watched that, that's available still on our YouTube channel as well as our Facebook page. You can go check out that match, and I won't spoil the ending, but it was an exciting ending.
Very
especially what
so.
occurred after the last ball was made. So
that scared
go
me
back
a little
and
bit.
watch it. One of the greatest tackles you'll see in APA history.
In sports, period,
yeah.
I think. All right,
that was great.
That was funny. I ran into them afterwards.
Was everybody okay?
Yeah, everybody.
Okay.
Nobody was limping.
Nobody broke anything. Good.
No, they were very excited.
Yeah.
They had a whole posse with them of
nice.
friends and walking through the room and the bar and the casino with their trophies, and that was great.
Yeah, I love seeing that.
All right, Veronica has jacked up here. This tricky little shot. Anytime you're jacked up over a ball like that, even a seemingly easy shot like that on the 11 becomes a lot more difficult, as those of you who play pool, you have to elevate the back of the cue. It's harder to aim, and the slightest bit of spin you get on the cue ball, you're in trouble.
All right, that'll bring Veronica back to the table, now needing just 2 games. As we mentioned, Veronica's out of Palm Harbor, Florida, which is basically the metro Tampa area.
Veronica opted to leave that one ball alone up here because of where the 6 is kind of blocking that 11. So she figures she'll deal with that later and make a few balls and get them out of the way. Higher skill level player would have gone after that right away. The rest of the team is somewhat relatively open and solvable, but you have to play within your skill level. Is there a correct shot on the table? Sometimes. Most of the time, maybe. But you also have to consider your own skill level. Like, what am I capable of? If you were capable of running the table, you would have dealt with that one ball right away. But you know your limits, you know your percentages, and you stay within your game.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody else tell you, yes, timeouts are great, but then the coach needs to understand your skill level too and what you're capable of.
All right.
That was...
Couldn't quite get that ball to drop there in the corner.
Well, that's it. It's sitting right on the lip, isn't it?
I feel like a little breeze would just kind of knock that right in.
Yeah. I mean, if it falls now, it just gets replaced. But if it falls while you're still at the table and it's kind of just last second falls in, it
walk away slow.
Yeah. Think about it for a while before you walk away.
Moonwalk backwards slowly. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the blue tier, the final of the 8-Ball Classic. The blue tier is your skill levels 2 and 3. And currently at the table is Triana Givens out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Triana said her dad is her inspiration and her greatest influence.
That's cool.
She also mentioned the Black Widow, giving her confidence as a woman to play this sport. So
equally cool.
Yeah.
And again, it's the same thing as coming here and playing. I have a feeling both of these players played for a while before they even entered a single sport, thinking,
right,
that's for the better players.
Right. Yeah.
But and I'm sure that a lot of the league operators will go home. I know I will be going home along with Toby and Nikki, my daughter and son-in-law. And I've talked to some of the reps, and they are gung-ho about running some splash boards, single sports for just our lower skill level players for this reason. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and some people probably wonder, well, why don't they do that in my area? Some areas have more players to do that with. So if you're in an area that's still kind of getting off the ground or not that large, it's hard to find enough of those skill levels to all play on one board.
And a lot of them don't know about it. A lot of them just are not aware of it. No matter how much you advertise it with newsletters and Facebook and everything, they see single sport, but they don't really quite understand that it, And obviously 2s and 3s are usually not as serious pool players as your higher skill level. They tend to play a lot more, which is why they're higher skill level. But
Mike Stroud, I know where Palm Harbor is, buddy. Educating me on the geography of the Tampa Bay area. I said it's part of the greater Tampa metro area, which I consider Clearwater, St. Pete.
You spend a lot of time down there.
I
Yeah.
do. And I know Mike. Mike, you messing with me, man? It's too early to be messing with me out here. He is correct, though. Technically, it's Pinellas County, the northern portion.
All right, this is not an easy task here, getting this 4-ball all the way down the rail. Oh, she tried it in the side. That was a pretty severe angle there.
Man, she's got those long nails.
I know.
I wonder how that affects. Do you think that affects her bridging like that?
You know what? Everybody, I've seen that before,
Yeah.
and some of the pros have had the long nails. I could never do it.
Yeah, they were real long.
But I guess it changes how you. Good thing is if
Gotta
you jack up
imagine it
over a ball, you
changes
can
your
kind
feel of your bridge,
Yeah.
right? Those nails like that.
Oh, I was going to say she does not want that necessarily to go in. So here's the only real problem here for Veronica. The 15 and the 12 and the 10 should be no problem. But getting to that 11 is not going to be easy. Oh, so she played the defensive shot here, which is smart because obviously as far as running out or, you know, making a lot of noise right now, she still has the advantage. She has blocked Triana in 2 pockets. The 11 and I believe the 13 are both sitting in the pocket and blocking the solids. So she's just going to take her time. No reason to rush it. And no reason to open up everything for Triana either. So I'll see what she decides to do here. If she tries to come up with a defensive shot or just kind of clear, you know, move the balls around a little bit so that when she does get a shot, she has an open pocket here. That 6 ball is not in the best of places. Not sure what she tried there, but
Going to bring Veronica back to the table.
and if you are a skill level 2 or a 3 or a 4, 5, 6, or 7, what you're seeing with these guys, they're not coming up with any monster shots. They play smart. They have patience.
Yeah.
You don't have to shoot 80 defensive shots, but if you know, don't go for crazy things. And I watched a match last night with one of the players from our Coastal Carolina APA area, and both players were playing. They missed a lot of shots, but they were playing such smart pool. It was great to watch. Just kind of having watched the other players or whatever, having good coaches at home, whatever it is. Just, you don't know what to do, roll a ball up and try to get one out of trouble so you can make it later. Be patient.
Mm-hmm. Good look at the Valley Dynamo table the players are on. Should mention our other sponsors, Action Cues, Aramith Billiard Balls. Of course, we've mentioned our friends at PoolDog.com, our presenting sponsor of this year's coverage of the Pool Player Championships. Appreciate all of their support.
And here's the smartest shot on the table if she needs to. That's the only real problem other than this issue down here that Triana has. Take care of that as soon as you can, because she could also play a defensive shot, but at this point it doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah.
Because you won't gain anything by it. So it's time for her to try to pick a few balls off the table. Her problem is that one stripe block in the pocket that's later on, besides the fact that she's got a kind of a long shot here on the 5. Yeah, they're the nails you were talking about. They're pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's going to come into play potentially later on. That's going to block one of the pockets for the 8. So even if Veronica gets on this, makes these next 2 balls, she's going to have to really play some position to get over on the correct side and make the 8 ball in the same pocket as this ball right here.
Got a long day of pool ahead for you folks tuning in. Again, this is the blue tier of the 8-Ball Classic. 4 more 8-Ball Classic finals still to be played today. I believe our next one will kick off at 12:30 Pacific time or thereabouts, depending on when this match wraps up. Just about 30 minutes into this final in the blue tier. Things seem to be running on time, which is always a good sign at a big pool tournament like this.
Yeah.
You throw off a
tell you
round
what,
by
this
10
tournament
minutes
staff
and then the
does
next
an
round.
amazing job.
Got to keep things moving.
All right, so Triana has got a good position here. This is obviously, she has to make the shots, but there's nothing stopping her from getting these. Now, if she can make this 3 and just roll it up, she should be able to shoot the 5 ball then in this pocket after that. Oh, a little too firm. Yeah. Balls still have to go in, but not a cakewalk here by any means for Veronica. You can see she has to get on this side of the table right here for this 8 ball, and that is not that easy. She's fairly straight. She's got a little bit of an angle on the 11, but it's going to be difficult no matter what she does. Veronica. She might want to go for a bank here. I don't know if it clears the 5 to go for a bank shot.
Veronica wanted to give a shout out to her league operator Mike Stroud and Rolando at Strokers. You know you're famous when you just go with one word name like Rolando. Everybody knows Rolando from Strokers. If you've ever been in there, you certainly know Rolando, the house pro there, I guess, the guy that basically keeps everything moving in the right direction. Of course, Jose Del Rio, the owner there at Strokers, great guy, good pool player too. A lot of good players come out of that room. Jason Richco is another one. A lot of shout outs out here on the stream to People's League operators. Pretty impressive. Kelly Hall up in the Northeast getting some love from our players. Lake and Osceola APA, which is Kevin and Ashley Morgan. Seminole County League operators, Michelle Harper and James Harper. I think they're relatively new. Very few people realize how hard you guys work as league operators, Ava. I think they appreciate you guys, but I don't know that they fully realize everything that goes on behind the scenes in the life of a league operator.
Until you actually are in that position. When I first took over the league, coming as a pro player, I'm going, okay, how tough can this be? I had no idea.
Yeah.
But it's
a little more than printing score sheets and picking up packets, right?
And if you offer a lot, like we do doubles league, doubles 8 ball, doubles 9 ball, ladies, masters, 8 ball, 9 ball, and then we have tournaments on top of it.
Yeah.
We have cash added, so it becomes a big deal. And then trying to help teams, find players and players find teams.
Yeah, it's not your typical 9 to 5, is it?
No,
by any stretch. So.
No, it's a lot more fun than 9 to 5.
Fulfilling, I think, is what I hear a lot of them call it. It's difficult work, but fulfilling work. So.
And 99% of our players are just great people. So, here we go. And
look at
that landed just right. That was perfect.
All right. 2 games to none. Veronica Spiro now on the hill needs just 1 more game to secure the blue tier title in the 8-Ball Classic. Triana going to do everything she can not to let that happen. Again, this is the second of 16 championship finals over 9 days. We had the 9-ball doubles championship last night. Team of Around the World out of Illinois They were your champions in that event. Took home $6,000. Congratulations to them. Again, you can watch that match here on our Facebook page or over on our YouTube channel. That was a really fantastic match. Sometimes you never know with the doubles. Sometimes one team, especially with 9-ball, gets on a roll and the other team can't get back to the table.
Right.
And it's over before you know it. But last night was a nail-biter. Could have gone either way. Great match by both those teams. Limping to victory was the runner-up. They were fun, too. Great
they were very classy, yeah. And I saw that, too, with Triana, the first rack there. She applauded Veronica
Nice.
after making the 8. Yeah, just nice sportsmanship. Nobody wants to lose, but
Well, buckle up. This rack may take a while.
yeah.
That one may take a while. You have to pick it apart.
Veronica says, I'm fine with that. I need to kind of slow, Triana, she says, I need to slow Veronica down a little bit here.
Slow the momentum. All right. She's going to take the high balls. She will be stripes, which I guess look slightly less tied up, maybe. Again, we mentioned our sponsors earlier. Appreciate everything they do to help us bring you this coverage as well as this event. Can't have a 400-table pool tournament without tables. You can't have it without balls, cues.
I saw a shout out to Pascal Gamondo earlier from Canada.
Yeah.
Pascal.
One of the few Canadians able to make it down. It was good to see him.
And the fact that there were a few teams and players that could make it. Not as many as should be, but I mean, they've had a long shutdown.
Oh yeah, they've had a tough time.
Yeah.
And frustrating for so many of them. I know, and I know it's got to be hard too. We're here in Vegas, and I'm sure they're watching and following and just feeling,
players,
left
league
out,
operators, sure.
So we do want them to know we're thinking about them, and hopefully in October we'll see more of them out here.
Not much to do about it.
No.
I'm just glad we were able to have the event.
Yes, absolutely. Players have been really good about the masks, I would say, here in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Of course, they're not required to wear them while they're at the table shooting, but for the most part, everybody's staying masked up. And again, regardless of how you feel about the masks, they are necessary to be able to have the event, right? The rule makers say you must wear them, and so we wear them.
There's nothing to, I said to all my players, I said, okay, if you have a problem with masks going in,
don't go.
Then don't go because
it's everywhere out here.
Yeah, but it's not just that. It's also, you've already talked yourself out of doing well in the tournament.
Yeah.
You're going to start out whining.
Mentally, yeah.
I don't care if you're whining about the light, too hot, too cold, the table. The person that just accepts things the way they are going to have an big advantage going into the competitive part of the event and how much fun you're going to have.
Yeah. Well, I know Las Vegas wants to be able to continue to host large-scale events like this, and so that's, for now, what they've asked people to do. So, and the players have been great about it. So,
yes.
Round of applause to all of you that are here in Vegas and doing what you need to do to make sure we can keep this event rolling.
Okay, kind of still a bit of a mess there, as you can see, the 9, the 8, right there in the center of the table. Well, now Triana's going to have to, it's a fine line. You're trying to play smart, play defensive, but especially when it's an important match like this. The one thing you can't get caught up in, which I do see also from watching a lot of these matches, is you get too hesitant to shoot. At some point, you have to shoot. So playing smart all day long, but at some point, you got to start making balls because you'll never get to that 8 ball. And all of a sudden, your opponent comes with a big one, so that's a good shot. Nicely done.
Bite your tongue, Greg Fowler. I'm not going to tell you what Greg Fowler said.
What did Greg Fowler say?
He confused you with one of your peers.
Oh, with Lori. Yeah, no, you're wrong. You lose, Greg.
Lori John. She's got nothing on Ava. Come on. No, I know you guys are good friends, aren't you?
Yes. We've been playing on tour since 1981, Lori
Yeah.
John and I, believe it or not.
Both Hall of Famers.
Holy smokes, it's been a long time.
Both have really been the face of women's pool at some point or time or the other, right?
We,
She's been on
we
a few
were-
covers of things and that kind of thing.
We
just
were the
like
arch
you.
enemies there for a while as
Oh,
far as on
really?
the pool table.
Oh, but you were always friends?
Yeah, on the pool table because we kind of hit our stride about at the same time. So,
There was none of that cattiness, none of the...
well, maybe a little. I'm not going to
I'm
lie.
going to start a podcast and talk
We
about
laugh
some of
about
those,
it now,
yeah.
though. And we were kind of enemies for a while, but then we started, traveling together, sharing a room together, and hanging out. So,
I see a lot of camaraderie on that tour for sure.
Yeah.
With the ladies. All right, Triana. Getting down to crunch time here. Veronica will come back to the table. Again, she's got those, a little bit of a traffic jam there in the middle.
all right,
Yeah,
lost the
traffic
cue ball a
jam
bit.
Yeah. My buddy Matt Bryson. Matt, how are you? It's good to see your name pop up. We're doing well. Every league operator should have a player like Matt in their league. He is very pro APA.
What I like about the APA too, which I didn't know, obviously coming in as a league operator, is the camaraderie and how many are helping each other. I've got some players that are just, even if it's an opponent's player, they will help them and show them a couple of shots within the
Nice.
same division and in
Yeah.
the same area. Just it's been fun to see over the years.
All right, Triana.
It's time
now
to
is the time.
make something happen. Not an easy one though, because that 8 ball is not going to go past the 7. So even if she makes this 9, or maybe it will, it might just squeeze by. We'll see. All right.
Left a lot of green there, if nothing else. We'll see how Veronica wants to handle this. Just 2 balls left on the table for her.
There's a tough shot. Anytime you're on the rail, the distance, the nerve, she is down 2-0 in this match to Veronica Spiro. And if Veronica wins this rack, it's over. So you have 2 ways of looking at it in this situation if you're Triana. You can either say, heck with it, I'm the underdog here. I'm just going to relax and make the next 2 balls and roll it in. Or you can say, I'm panicked because if I don't make this, it's over. So you have kind of 2 ways of pumping yourself up or making yourself even more nervous. She's looking right now. I do believe she can hit a full ball to make it. But she would have to slow roll this, considering that she can't really jack up enough to stop it. All right, that'll work too.
Do we know which final is at 12:30 by chance? Do we know which tier that is? Oh, the tiers in order. So yellow tier, I believe, would be the next one. Okay. Skill level 4s. Blue, yellow, red, orange, purple. Is that right? All right. So yellow tier, which is your skill level 4s, or thereabouts. I guess some of them may have gone up in the course of the tournament.
You never know. That's where they started anyway.
Yeah. So yellow will be on deck shortly after this match concludes. Hand out some trophies, and then we'll pick right back up where we left off. Again, 5 championship matches coming at you today. This is the first of 5. We'll be with you most of the day today.
She wants that to slow down so that she
Yeah,
does get
nice.
another shot at the table that's kind of available near her pocket. But Veronica has a chance right here to end it. That 6 ball does pass by the 7. If she can roll this in, she's going to have a shot at the 7. And as you can see, obviously, 8 ball's wide open. It's got to keep your head down here. Oh, she overcut it. Now, is she going to get lucky?
There, though.
Yeah.
Nope, not lucky enough. Matthew, the Ernesto and Matthew purple tier final, I believe, is scheduled for 5 p.m. Pacific. Again, all these times are Pacific time, so if you're in the East Coast, add 3 hours. If you're in the Midwest or Central time zone, add 2 hours. All right, Triana. Oh.
Yeah, it's probably the best thing she could do right there because she would have made it.
Yeah.
Look where she landed. So it's not a bad thing that she missed that. Shake it off.
Yeah, again, I feel like if she can just find a way to win this game, I think anything could happen in that last hill match.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
bet. We've seen it so many times.
Just got to get this one, though. Got to find a way. And again, this hasn't been what I would call a pretty rack. It's just kind of been pick one off here and there. And
she's shooting a smart shot here, considering where the 9 is. She wanted to hit that firmer and come up somewhere in this area at least, but this is not an easy shot, but it's makeable for sure. She can cut this 9 ball in, hit it soft enough. No, I don't know if you know if she cutting it. No.
uh-oh. That could be problematic. Big opportunity now for Veronica.
Cynthia's asking what the blue tier is. The blue tier is skill level 2 and 3 in the APA. And the fact that Veronica went up during the tournament just towards the very end of it to a 4. That's why she has to spot 1 game to Triana.
Right. Yeah, and it's not, like we said, it's not uncommon to see that happen through the course of the tournament. But like you mentioned yesterday, the other thing that is maybe not as typical is we have 2 years worth of players here. So some of these players qualified.
It's true.
You know, back in the early part of, well, I guess the latter part of 19 or the early part of 2020 before the shutdowns. And, you know, for those that have been able to keep playing,
and obviously if you know that you are going to be going to Vegas, that you want to play as much as you can.
Right.
You want to practice, so chances are you're going to improve. But I also know the players that do make it out here to Vegas. I see that being a league operator, a lot of them are played so well during the regionals and then here that they're probably pushing the higher end of the ladder as well of their skill levels. So it's not surprising if somebody does go up. Not the majority do not, but every once in a while you have somebody that does go up 1 skill level.
Well, unfortunately for Triana, she just keeps chasing that 9 ball around the table. Can't quite get it to go. And again, Veronica's inching ever closer to victory. Cuts that ball in the side pocket. Let's see. Watch out. Watch out. Whew. All right.
She has kind of a freebie shot here. Making this 8 ball in the side, the cue ball will go this direction. So if she were to miss where the 9 ball is, she's got kind of a, she can loosen up, and just not worry about where it's going to happen afterwards, because no matter what, Triana would have a tough shot.
Here we go. Buckle up. Pocket is marked. Hold your breath.
A lot of crowd has come in here since the match started, so they get to see the end of this.
For 15,000 right here.
No.
Not quite.
No.
Not quite.
Okay.
New life, Triana.
Somebody's going to get 15,000, and second place is 7, I believe.
I think Kara's got a graphic that'll direct us to your question. Good. There we go. 9,000.
9,000. Sweet.
Nice, yeah. And those that finished in 3rd this morning, and they're at each took home 4,000.
3rd and 4th got 4,000 each.
Yeah. Not bad.
5th through 8th. That's good pay today. Yeah. All right, here we go. This is tough here, boy. Oh, she's going for it. If that cue ball slows down, no, she came up too high. She came up too high. If she another 6 inches shorter of that, and the 8 ball wouldn't have been makeable in the side pocket. But Veronica can make this. She'd have to slice it, but it's makeable.
Veronica said some of the big influences in her life are her pool friends who helped her understand the game better and improve. It's always nice to compliment your pool folks, your pool peeps. What do you call them?
Pool peeps.
Pool
I like
peeps,
that.
pool peeps.
Your pool family, your pool peeps. All right, here we go. Thin slice. And
Got
there it is.
it.
There it is.
Got it. Veronica Spiro, folks, Palm Harbor, Florida. She is your 8-ball classic champion in the blue tier. Congratulations to Veronica. And congratulations to Triana Givens, our runner-up in this year's 8-ball classic blue tier. Again, that is the first of 5 finals we're going to have for you today. Going to take a quick break here, see if we can't get Veronica on the floor. We got Casey Jones out there wanting to get a quick word with Veronica, see how she's feeling immediately after the match. Let's
I think she's
go to the
feeling
floor.
pretty good.
There's Casey. Let's see if she can grab Veronica.
I think Veronica was wiping her tears just then. Get some really cool trophies. I have to say, I'm sitting here. Trophies are right between me and the actual table, and they're awfully pretty. Awfully pretty. 15,000.
15,000.
Not too
cash
shabby.
and prizes, yep. Not bad for a skill level 4. Started as a skill level 3.
Test 1, 2.
Yep, we hear you, Steve. They're working out some technicals there on the floor, and Casey will pull Veronica over, have a quick talk with her, see how she's feeling.
Hi guys, my name is Casey and we are here with Veronica Spiro, winner of the 8-Ball Classic Championship, blue tier. How are you feeling right now?
Overwhelmed. Mind-blowing. I mean, I'm shaking. This is amazing and exciting.
So what were your expectations coming into this tonight?
Just having fun, not thinking I would be here ever. I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm tongue-tied. I'm so overwhelmed.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So how did you start getting into pool?
Just with friends at a bar and just having fun, and then someone recruited me onto their team, and there I've been on teams all over.
Amazing, amazing. So could you ever expect that you would be here today?
Never in a million years, ever.
Is there anyone that you would want to shout out at home tonight?
Just all my friends who have helped me and had the patience on the million questions I've asked. How do you do this? Why would we do that? And they've just been so supportive of me, and I appreciate them all.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations again, Veronica. Have a great day, and we'll back to you, Jason.
All right. Thank you, Casey. Great job. Always good to hear from the winner there,
That was
Veronica
great.
Spiro. Again, Palm Harbor, Florida. Your 8-Ball Classic champion in the blue tier, folks. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to hand out some trophies, hand out some prize money, maybe grab a quick bite to eat, and then we will be back at 12:30 Pacific time with the finals of the yellow tier of the 8-Ball Classic. We appreciate you joining us. We'll be back in just a little while.